I mentioned it before that what makes Ethereum special is that there's a lot of dApps, users, and activity that's happening there. What's interesting about Matic is there's a lot of those things going on also right now. One of the reasons why Matic has surged also over the past few weeks is primarily because of the Reddit NFTs. I'm not sure if you guys, second one is Starbucks, one of the largest coffee brands in the world. Matic will be highly involved in Starbucks, their loyalty program, their loyalty card, which if you've been using the Starbucks card also, you know that there's already a direct use case and there's already a large amount of people who's actually using it. You've seen my previous videos, I've been harping over and over that it's the crypto projects and the tokens that have massive utility, massive adoption, those that are actually building stuff that will benefit humankind, that will bring humanity forward, that will survive this bear market. Over the past few months also, we've been talking about Polygon Matic as an amazing layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. I even had the chance to meet their CEO last March in Dubai, and I think that was very fascinating because it also gave me a glimpse of how much all in they are into this entire crypto space. So everyone knows that Matic is highly connected to Ethereum, that it helps Ethereum scale. It allows people to be able to use its EVM compatible, which allows people also who are into NFTs to be able to interact via OpenSea, do the things that they could do in the Ethereum blockchain, but at cheaper cost. I know that Ethereum 2.0, at least the merge is done. They still have a lot of things to do, like sharding, to be able to make Ethereum more scalable, faster, and relatively cheaper as well. But while all of that is going on, while we're waiting for further development in Ethereum, a lot of building, adoption, and development is happening in Matic. And what's interesting about that also, even in this bear market, when Matic dropped to 0.3, if you notice it, there was a bounce. And if you notice it also from 0.3 to where it is now, 0.9, close to 1, it has gone up in very, very large multiples. Vis-a-vis the other tokens that we have, even L1 tokens have not bounced as high as what Matic has done. BNB from its lowest point hasn't really gone up to the level of where Matic is. Same thing with Solana, same thing with Ethereum. And if you cross-check all of the other layer 1 blockchains, they haven't really done what Matic's actually doing. I mentioned it before that what makes Ethereum special is that there's a lot of dApps, users, and activity that's happening there. What's interesting about Matic is there's a lot of those things going on also right now. One of the reasons why Matic has surged also over the past few weeks is primarily because of the Reddit NFTs. I'm not sure if you guys know this, comment below if you know this, but the wallets for the Reddit NFTs, which is powered by Matic, has already exceeded OpenSea. The community continues to grow. And that's what I've been saying also for a lot of these crypto projects. A lot of the end users ultimately use the apps, will transact in all of this. They won't care, at least most of them, what chain is it on. Layer 1 blockchains, layer 2 scaling solutions, they're just the network where all of these dApps could actually be built and could transact and could do it. And what's interesting about Reddit is that they already have a massive community, and them connecting it into NFTs just tapped into that very, very large user base. These people, they're not really into crypto, but they're into Reddit, and they're introduced to NFTs for the first time in a way that's post all of the upward and downward movement that we saw last year. And you're introducing it to a fresh new market without the hassles of thinking about what chain should I actually use. It became readily easy for them also to accept all of that. I'm seeing that from the drop of 0.3, it's not just that it bounced, but it stayed and held a level that's higher than its lowest point, which is not evident in the other crypto projects and tokens that we actually see. I talked about adoption. Think about this when you have very, very large financial institutions adopting crypto with real life use cases and not just speculation. One of the reasons that this becomes very interesting because JP Morgan, one of the largest financial institutions in the world, just completed a successful DeFi transaction, which is under the Polygon /Matic network. This would just be a template for even bigger things for Matic. The success of what happened to JP Morgan, I think, will transcend and spill over to other projects in the traditional space. In the cross-section between finance and technology, at a certain point, there won't be a demarcation line anymore between finance and technology, because technology in general will have a lot of financial transactions. You've been following also what I've been saying about crypto. This makes tokenized assets are faster to move and are cheaper, and they are massively efficient as compared to its traditional and fiat counterpart. I think this would be an even bigger template for broader adoption and use case in years to come. Third item in terms of adoption, you have Meta /Instagram now allowing people to be able to mint, buy, and sell cryptos, NFTs via Instagram. We have this entire talk about Web 2, Web 3. This is like Web 2.5, a cross-section of a Web 2 company, Meta, Instagram, and then you also have Polygon, Matic, Web 3, allowing people a very, very seamless way to onboard into crypto, into NFT. Instagram has a massive amount of users. Imagine if they don't have the hassle to do what early NFT investors have been doing. I think this makes it super fascinating, and this will bring forward adoption. Remember what I said, the tokens, the crypto projects that will win overall are those that have adoption, are those that have utility, are those that don't need a lot of steps for the normal person to actually participate and to get in it. And Matic so far has been hitting all the right boxes in terms of crypto, NFTs, to be adopted by more people. Two more things from very, very established brands, and I'm a big fan of this brand. Disney has a trading card game called Lorcana. This is a lot of transactions in eBay, and what's fascinating about this is that the blockchain that's powering it is Matic. Second one is Starbucks, one of the largest coffee brands in the world. Matic will be highly involved in Starbucks, their loyalty program, their loyalty card, which if you've been using the Starbucks card also, you know that there's already a direct use case and there's already a large amount of people who's actually using it. I want to say this, that in spite of the bear, you could look at projects like Polygon /Matic as a template for tokens and cryptos that are building and developing in spite of the bear market. What's changing right now also in 2022 is that you're not just seeing a bunch of retailers getting into this and speculating into it. You're seeing a bunch of listed companies, global brands, have massive amounts of businesses that are getting into this space already. So this is not just your run-in-the-mill type of project where you're hoping that somehow, some way, people will understand it later on. This is not something that's of the future, because you're already seeing adoption for it happen today in front of our very eyes. If you're the type of person that looks at it from a technology perspective and you don't mind the volatility and you've taken the time to understand what it actually is, you'll realize that this is a very exciting time from a technology standpoint, because we're seeing it in this bear market that in spite of the price, not as exciting, not as optimistic as what it was in 2020 and 2021, the amount of adoption that's going on, the amount of businesses that are getting their feet wet and want to be involved in this is getting bigger and bigger and bigger every day. All of this, it's just technology. And technology moves forward. It doesn't care about our opinions on it. It doesn't care if we're bullish or bearish, but it will just keep on progressing forward. So I highly encourage you, if you got discouraged about what's happening in this entire drop in the cryptocurrency market space, that should be a lesson for you to actually take more time to study, to learn the merits of it. Because once you do, you will realize that you're sitting on something that's untapped. You're sitting on something that not a lot of people understand yet, but you're sitting on something also that will be the fabric of how the future will be in years to come. If you guys have any questions about Polygon Matic, I've made videos about them. I've also have tons of playlists down below on stocks and crypto. If you want to do a deep dive on investments, I have an Investment 101 webinar course where you can watch wherever you are in the world. If you want to know more about the stock market, I've written 5 books about it. Check it out as well. And if you want to trade crypto, we have different crypto exchanges that you can try. And lastly, if you stayed up until the end and you get value from this, appreciate if you can do a couple of things. Press the like button, put a comment down below and say that I'm learning. And lastly, share this to your friends. So that's it for now. I hope you guys got a lot from this. This is Marvin Germo with little Satoshi starting to wake up. She's starting to wake up. She's starting to wake up. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon and God bless you all.